everyone. I'm getting ready as Ariel today because I'm going to take some pictures of a lot of costumes that I haven't taken pictures of yet. So I thought I would go live and kind of show you guys a little bit of how I get ready. Yeah, literally, all that I do is own my company. So during the week I have a lot of free time. So today I just have some costumes, like some Ariel costumes that I want to take pictures of. So I'm like, okay, today sounds like a good day. And I figured a lot of people have been asking me how to do my Ariel makeup. So I figured I'd show you guys all today. So I'll just like answer any questions that you guys have if you guys want to ask me any questions. And then I'll also show you how I do everything. Okay, so this is the primer that I use, the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. I heard a lot of people like don't really like this. Like I've looked up reviews and stuff and people just don't like it. I do, obviously. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, I can answer all of your questions. And then obviously, like, I'll show you how I do my makeup and stuff. It doesn't really take me long to do my makeup, so if I'm not talking a lot, it really only takes about like 20 to 30 minutes actually. But if you guys have a lot of questions for me, I can answer your questions and then maybe I can stay on a little longer. But yeah, I'm just going to do some Ariel makeup and I'll show you guys how to do it. I have all of the stuff that the Parks uses too. So I'll be showing you guys all of that too. Also, I feel like since I'm live, I'm going to forget how to do things and I'm going to miss steps, so I apologize if I have to go back. Okay, so these are the foundations that I use. Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in color R210. I'm very white, so it's a very white shade. And then under my eyes, I use this Cover FX in N10. Just because this one creases less. This one's like super thick, so if I put it under my eyes, it like super creases. So I just put this everywhere else. And then I put the Cover FX under my eyes because it doesn't crease as much, so when I blink, I don't have to, I guess, not just blink, just like look around, I guess. I also don't clean my sponges. Oops. I'm not very good at keeping all of my stuff very clean. I also haven't done my makeup in like over a week, so this is like very strange. I was in Florida a couple weeks ago for a wedding, and I think I wore my makeup like every single day that I was there, but I came back last Thursday, and I haven't worn makeup since I've been home, so this is the first time I've done my makeup in like over a week. I really only wear makeup when I'm being a princess. I don't really wear makeup as myself very much, mostly because I don't really do anything other than being a princess and like go to Disney World. So when I go to Disney World and when I visit my boyfriend in Florida and like we get to go to like, obviously like I said, we went to a wedding and stuff, I do my makeup for that, but as myself, I don't really have much to do. Yeah, I go to Disney World a lot too. I went there just for a day last week. My boyfriend and I went for kind of like a mixture of like Valentine's Day and like our anniversary, I guess, trip. But yeah, that's really the only time. Can you say this so I can check out the makeup use? Yes, I'm going to say this, and then also I can post this on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I literally have the live video between Chicago Princess Sarah and I on my phone. I still have it saved, and that, I think we did that like 3 weeks ago too, and I still haven't posted it because I've been super busy. Like I said, I went to Florida for a week for a wedding, and then as soon as I came back, we had my grandma's wake, so like me and my family were all like prepping for that and stuff, and my boyfriend was actually able to get off work, so he came here for the wake to like support me and stuff. So then he was here for a little bit too, so I've just been like really busy, so I haven't had time to do that. But I will edit that. I will also try to edit this and post that as well. I really don't think I need to edit this. It shouldn't be that long, but we shall see if anything weird comes out of my mouth. Do you accept fan art? I do. I've had some people ask me before to draw me. I do request that if you draw like any pictures of me or anything, to not add anything. Some people have asked to like add certain elements to it, and I personally just like obviously like a different background or stuff, but some people have asked to like draw me like killing bugs or like with monsters and stuff, and I don't necessarily prefer that kind of stuff just because I like keeping the princesses wholesome and stuff. But you guys can always ask me if you want to use a picture of mine. What kind of foundation do you use? So this is the stuff that I use under my eyes. It's called Cover Effects. Then this is the stuff that I use everywhere else. I said I use this under my eyes because it creases less. This Makeup Forever is really thick. So if I put it under my eyes, I get all those like little lines under my eyes. Will I be doing a live with Snow Merida? Yes, I will. I have so many like planned to do, and with her I want to do voices because she is like obviously Snow White and Merida, which are both like pretty hard voices to do, and she's so good at them. So I plan when I do like a voice one, I want her to be on it. I have some other ones lined up for my live videos too. For example, I want to do a live video on skincare. Chicago Princess Robin wants to do one on skincare with me. I would like to do one on like styling wigs, and then Amanda Heald said that she would do that. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Answering questions for kids would be one of them. And then I'll probably go through and redo like my costume one and my wig one, just because those are the first two ones that I did, and obviously we're always like growing and learning and finding new places. So I would really like to do those two again. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to do. But yeah, those two for sure I would like to do again. I don't think I would need to do a voices one again, but I thought somebody, Amber Lee Roberts, actually mentioned to me that she would like one where I show like the details of my costumes. So kind of like do a review of all of the costumes that I own. So I could also do that one as well, where I kind of show you how each costume is put together and like where the snaps are on each costume and how everything like goes on and stuff. And for some reason I can't find my concealer. I'm dropping everything. Great. I think my concealer's up there. Okay, so this is the concealer that I use. Makeup Forever Full Cover. This literally is a godsend. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but Chicago gets really cold and really dry. And so sometimes when I put my foundation on, it's not too bad today, but sometimes when I put my foundation on, my skin is so dry and flaky. This thing like covers everything, like literally everything. I will put this like all over my nose. You'll see, I put it all over my nose because my nose is really oily, and then I put it under my eyes, and it's waterproof, and it stays all day, and it's absolutely incredible. An overall princess business question live. Yeah, like I can talk about how to run a business, talk about like lawyers and taxes and stuff like that. I haven't even owned my company for a year, but I was an entrepreneurship minor, so I know a lot of that kind of stuff, so I can do one on that too. Someone asked, are you using a specific princess makeup right now? Yes, I'm doing Ariel. So I have my sorry, someone was calling me. My phone is also my business phone number, so I didn't answer. But what was I saying? Oh, my friend Sprinkle Dust Cosplay, who owns a company in Atlanta, she sent me a pink Ariel dress because somebody asked for Melody, and so I asked them if they would be okay if Melody just wore Ariel's pink dress, and they said yes. So Sprinkle Dust Cosplay, she sent me her pink dress for me to borrow. We kind of borrow each other's costumes if either of us have a character the other one doesn't use. So I'm borrowing her pink dress, and then I also, she wanted to sell her Kiss the Girl dress, but I wanted to take some pictures in it. So I have that, and then she also, for my birthday in October, and I suck for not taking pictures in it yet, but she gave me an Ariel sail dress, like she kind of like made it herself. So she gave me that, so I'm taking pictures in the pink dress, the teal dress, and the Ariel sail dress today. Just in my room. I'm not like going out and doing like professional pictures or anything, but I'm going to be selling that Kiss the Girl dress probably tonight or tomorrow after I take pictures. When it comes to like this Instagram, I think the biggest thing is like you really want to have good content, and so I literally have folders and folders of me as all the characters. So anytime that any of my friends sells a costume, I make sure to take a bunch of pictures in it before it goes, just so that I have those in my arsenal to post whenever I want. So yeah, I also thought about doing a live video on like Instagram and gaining followers and stuff. I'm obviously not like the best Instagrammer ever, but I just started. I I've only had this Instagram since December of 2017, so I've only had it for like a year and a couple months, and I already have like 7,000 followers, and that's all like organic reach. I haven't paid for anything. I haven't gotten my stuff shown by paying for anything. So a lot of people have been asking me like how I grow my followers and stuff, so I thought about doing a video of that. Could you do a storage organization video? Yeah, as you guys can see, my wig's back there. That's how I store my wigs. I had to get very creative with my organization. So like this is literally my bedroom, and I live with my parents still, but this is my bedroom. And when I graduated, I had to figure out how to put all of my stuff from my house at school and the business stuff into my room within 2 days. So it was a lot of organization and planning out how I was going to fit everything and everything like that. So I got really creative with organization. Like I said, these are just like all my wigs just like chill up there. My uncle built that for me, and that's where I keep everything. But yeah, I would love to do one on that. I love being organized, even though sometimes it's not 100% organized. Organized chaos. Yeah, so now I'll do my powder. So clearly I love makeup forever. So this is my powder that I use. I started off, I used to use this guy, this It Bye Pores pressed powder, and I love this too, but you can only buy this online. Well, I mean, you probably find it in stores somewhere, but I'm a Sephora girl, so I go to Sephora all the time, and so I just had to find one at Sephora, and I found this one, and I really like it. So may have missed this being addressed, but I'd love to see a video on owning a princess business. Yeah, I would love to do that one too. Like I said, I would do one on like taxes and staying organized, keeping track of expenses, payroll, all that jazz, corporation documents, lawyers, everything like that. I didn't start this business on my own, so I can't really help with how to start a business. I mean, I can give advice on what I would do if I was starting a business, but luckily I bought my business from my best friend, Chicago Princess Sarah. And so her and her husband had many, many years to figure all of that stuff out through trial and error. So luckily when I took over, they just handed it over to me. So I was lucky enough that they had everything set up. They had all the legal documents and everything. But I had to get very familiar with that because when I took over, we had to resubmit all those documents to have my name on them. I'm just dropping everything. Okay, so now I do my eyebrows. I'm not a good eyebrow person to base this off of, but I use this Colourpop Boss Brow Boss, and then this is in Auburn. I have this in Auburn blonde and brown. And obviously for Ariel, I use Auburn. And the Auburn is like really subtle. It doesn't look like super red. I'm not a person who really likes red brows on Ariel. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to talk very much. So I can make sure that this is precise. I'm not very good at my eyebrows. I just kind of outline them. My eyebrows are also like super thin, so I don't really have to worry about my eyebrows like showing through. Like I don't think kids, well, one time a kid asked me why my eyebrows were brown as Ariel, and I wanted to be like, watch the movie, my eyebrows are brown in the movie. But obviously I couldn't say that. Especially because now the art from Disney, they're starting to draw her eyebrows red, which is not what it was in the movie, so I think that's weird. I mean, I think it's kind of weird that her eyebrows were brown in the movie if her hair was red, but yeah, one kid was like, hey, Ariel, you're not real, your eyebrows are brown. And I was like, well, this is how I was born, so I don't know what to tell you. And it probably sounded fake, but like literally, if you watch the movie, her eyebrows are brown in the movie. But yeah, I mean, doing my eyebrows, I do it really fast. I know some people, like, I envy some people's eyebrows and how nice they look. But as you guys can probably see, my eyebrows are like super thin. But they're shaped pretty well, like as a person, but I just need to make them thicker. I know someone's asked me once if like I change the shape of my eyebrow for each character, and I really don't. I think mostly when you look at like pictures of the characters, they just have these like super thin eyebrows, and I guess that's kind of what I have anyway. I don't have crazy eyebrows that like stand out or anything. So I don't really have to worry about my eyebrows being like black and in people's faces. But obviously when I'm like Cinderella and stuff, like sometimes I don't even like fill in my eyebrows when I play Cinderella or Rapunzel or anything. Yeah, literally, princesses aren't people, so. I think it's more important to have the most accurate dresses, like good quality and less characters, or okay quality dresses and more characters to book. I would say focus on quality. I don't know how it is, because you said you're in Switzerland. I don't know how it is in different countries, but in Chicago, the princess situation is very saturated. So there are a ton of princesses. So if someone's booking in Chicago, they can literally book any character they want, because there are people with mascots, there are people with characters that aren't Disney, there are people with characters who are Disney. So here, at least, you really want to have the best quality stuff, because they can find that character already. So in my opinion, I would say, like, get the best quality stuff. I'm like really big on, if a parent like messages me and wants a character that I don't offer, I just add her. Depending on the character, at least. I don't do mascot characters because all of my performers are theatrically and vocally trained. So I want them to be able to perform as much as possible for the guests. And if they're covered with a mask, then they can't really show off their abilities. So I don't do mascot characters. However, if a person asks for, I'm trying to example, like someone asked for Dorothy, so I added Dorothy. Someone asked for Captain America, so I added Captain America. I will not add characters that aren't Disney other than Dorothy. I don't say that my characters are Disney because they're not Disney characters, but like that's how people know them. But yeah, I will just kind of add the characters, but I will only add them if I have enough time to like go with quality. I have like all this Ben Nye stuff, and I always have to look through the colors to make sure that I find the right ones. Okay, I got them. All right. So for eyeshadow, which is probably what people are the most interested in, I would show you guys like what brushes I use, but my brushes aren't really that good. I just like use whatever. So for my powder, I just use this one, just like a flat angled brush. None of mine have like numbers on them or whatever. So then there's this one. It's a morph brush, but this is what it looks like, and that's what I use. I always clean my brushes off with like these little sponge guys before I use them. I don't actually clean my brushes because I suck, but okay. So the base color, it's Ben Nye, and it's called Toast, if you guys can see that. And it's this color. It's just like a blank slate color, I guess. And I put that all over my eyelid. I have been able to see the character guides where how the princesses are supposed to do them in Disney World. I don't necessarily follow all those guides. I do with the colors now. I have pretty much all the Ben Nye colors, but I think like they say this only goes on the lid and it doesn't go up to the brow bone, but like that's what I do. I mean, I don't have to worry about someone checking my makeup at Disney and someone telling me I'm doing it wrong, so I kind of do what's best for my eye shape. And in Disney, you also have to remember that in Disney, they cast girls for each character with the same skin tone, with the same eye shape, with the same, like, they cast girls that look like each other. So it's really, really easy for them to pick colors and pick makeup that fits for each character, because each character, they cast the same people. They cast people that look like the character anyway. Okay, so then next I take this. Oh, there's no name on it. It's this brown color. I think it's called Cork. I actually have all of the guides because I used to work there as a character performer, so I saved all of them when I was there. But it's not legal to share them, so I can't really share them. However, I think I can share the information to them. If you guys wanted to go to my channel, my YouTube channel, Chicago Princess Lauren, I posted, under my makeup video, I posted every single color that the Disney Parks uses. So if you guys wanted to find what colors they all use, then you go there, but they all apply the same way. So there's a base color all over the whole eye, and then there's a color for the crease, which is usually the darkest color, and then there's like a poppy color, which would be these two for Ariel, and I'll show you guys that right now. So the next color that I use is the brown, and this one is called Cork. So this is the brown one. So I just use like a little angled brush. I really don't know what brushes are supposed to be used for what, but I do the brown next. And I do this, like I said, I apply them differently than what the character guides look like. Just because I do what's best for my eyes and my eye shape, I guess. So I always put this in here next. And then what I do is I put this brown on first, and then I put the coral and the yellow, and then I put the brown back on top. My old boss distributes them illegally, so I was wondering if she shared with you. Oh no, I actually got it when I performed there. I know that there are a lot of people that do share them around, but literally at the bottom of the character guides, it says, cannot be shared or distributed outside of the Walt Disney Company. So you're not really supposed to share them. I don't know if it's technically like illegal and like you get arrested. I don't know what would happen if they found out that you were sharing them, but it does say at the bottom of the thing that you can't share them. The only way that you can access them personally is if you are a character performer. Specifically, you have to be a character performer, and then you have access to all of them. So when I worked there, I just saved them all on my phone, and so I've always had them. And then, well, at least I saved all like the princesses, and I think I saved like Prince Eric or something. I saved all the characters that my company offered at the time. I didn't think about the fact that we'd be adding more later. And then I also worked there before Moana was a thing. Well, I worked there like as Moana became a thing, so I don't think I saved Moana at the time. But who was I friends with? I was friends with Winnie the Pooh and Chip and Dale. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be friends with any of the princesses. I wish I was friends with Ariel, but I was not. I got a call back for Snow White, and I got to try on her costume and her wig, and then do my little voice as her and stuff. I got to read like a little monologue as her, and they like recorded me and stuff, but they said I didn't look like her, so I didn't get it, which is fine. It sucked more at the time than it does now. I think I've gotten over it by now. But okay, so the next color for Ariel is this. This is actually a blush. This is not an eyeshadow, but it's called Coral, and it's a blush. So this is like the orangey color that you always see Ariel wearing, so I just put that on the outside corner of my lid, and I just use this like random brush. Like I said, I don't know what all these brushes are supposed to be used for, but yeah, so I just put this on the outside corner, and then I even blend it up into the brown, if you guys can see that. So I put on the outside corner and then up into the brown, and it's okay if it like makes the brown super corally, because I just go back in with the brown later. So I move the coral a little bit past the middle of my eye because I don't like having gold over my whole eye. So it's just like a little bit past there. You guys can see that. So it's not towards like the center, but it's also, for some reason, I can close this eye, but I can't close this eye. So this eye is always hard for me to do makeup on, but it's okay. This eye just doesn't want to close. So then I do the same thing, obviously, on this side, and I go up into there a little bit. Can I ask how many characters each of your performers perform, or is it just like going with the facial and characteristically suitable characters? Each of my girls has a different set of characters. I don't think any of my girls have the same exact characters that they play. For example, someone might be like a Cinderella, Ariel, Anna, and then someone might be a Cinderella, Rapunzel, Anna. I really don't know the rhyme or reason as to why I pick certain people. It has to do with voice, it has to do with face structure, it has to do with their personality, it has to do with what size they are, so if they fit in the dress, and then what color wigs look good on them. So it really like, it's really random. I'm the only one that I think I put myself as all of the Caucasian characters, and the only reason I do that is because I trust myself to perform them all accurately, and I can sing all of the songs. I don't really like to put myself as Aurora because I can't really sing her song very well. But yeah, all of my girls have different casts. If you wanted to go on my website, princesspartychicago.com, I show off under every character, I put a headshot of all the girls that can perform, and you can see that they're not the same in every character. So this is the next color. This is the Pearl Sheen Gold Eyeshadow. I know you guys can't really see that, but whatever. I'm going to show you anyway. So this is like the gold that goes on the inner corner. I literally just find random brushes, so like I'm just using this brush. And then this goes in the corner. One thing that you want to be careful of with Ben Nye is that like it's super pigmented, and it kind of has a lot of fallout too. So you have to be careful with that. I know some people, they'll bake under their eyes while they're doing eyeshadow, just so that when they brush away the powder that they baked with, the eyeshadow can go with them. So I just apply this in like the corner, and then I blend it out a little bit to the coral. I'm probably going to put some more coral on there. I like having coral more than gold. Belle actually uses the same gold as Ariel, and it's funny because you can't really tell, because I think all the other colors surrounding it, so if you guys can see. So it's half gold, half coral right now, but I like to have a little bit more coral. So I'm just going to go back in with that coral with the same brush that I used before and just kind of go over the gold a little bit more to just soften it, because I like having the more coral. And I think the reason that Ariel has these colors is because it looks good with her hair. So it's like a sunset. If you combine her eyes with her hair, it makes like that gradient and that sunset. Okay, so now that I'm done with those colors, I'm going to go back in with the brown, and I'm just going to go back into the crease just to make it a little bit more brown. And one thing I personally do is when I close my eyes, you can't really see the top right here, so I kind of make my eyeshadow go almost all the way up into my brow, like over my brow bone, just so that I can see like the brown even when I'm not raising my eyebrows. So if you guys can see, so I can see the brown a little bit up here as well. But I just think Ariel's eyeshadow is just so cool. All the different colors in it. At first, I remember when I noticed that the Parks used these colors, I was like, why? But then I realized it's because it looks great with her hair. So whether someone's wearing like the pink dress Ariel, teal dress Ariel, Finn's Ariel, I always do these colors because they just look so good with her hair. And I don't really care about anything else. Okay, so then after this, I have a brush that I specifically just use for brushing away fallout. So as soon as I'm done with my eyeshadow, I just go back in and I brush that out. And I only use this brush for that, so there's not really any pigment on it ever. But next I do, I can show you guys how I do contour. I'm such a white person that sometimes when I use contour, it makes me look like I rubbed mud on my face. So I just use like an angled brush, and then I use this Smashbox palette. So there are like all these different colors in the back, but I think I'm more cool toned than anything else. So I use this top one, and I literally just like tap it and that's it. But like you can see, I don't put a lot on because I'm really light. And I literally just do my cheekbones. I don't do anything else. Usually when I'm a princess, I don't contour or do anything like this because in the parks they don't contour. But like I said before, it's probably because they choose girls whose face shapes already look like the characters, so they don't have to worry about contouring them to look like them or whatever. But okay, so then I forgot that I needed this again. So the coral that is on my eyes is also my coral blush. So like I said, this is blush, this is not eyeshadow, and this is what's on my eyes. So like I said, this is very pigmented, so you really want to make sure that you're really light with it, or else you're going to have orange cheeks. So I always like tap the Ben Nye stuff because like I said, it's so pigmented and so bright. If you don't tap it off, your cheeks are going to be bright orange. But it's weird to me because when I put it on as blush, like this does not look like the same color on my eyes, but it is. And usually for Ariel, I like to make the blush a little crazier than obviously in real life, just because the red kind of washes me out if I don't put a lot of blush on. So sometimes after I put the wig on, I will even go back and add blush later. I'm literally dropping everything today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so highlight. I usually don't highlight for the characters again, but I will today just because I like the shiny things. So I use Makeup Forever. I use Makeup Forever a lot of stuff. I just really love Makeup Forever. And this is called the Pro Light Fusion. That's what it looks like. And then I just use my little like fan brush. But yeah, usually in real life, I like cake on the highlight because I like sparkles. But as characters, I don't. Most of the time, I am today just to like show you guys what I use. But most of the time, I don't add highlight for the characters just because they don't use it in the parks. And also characters, especially for Disney, like, and princesses, they're supposed to look natural. A lot of the times they just have like a lot of makeup on and it looks really silly to me, but they're supposed to be natural. So then I just use this e.l.f. felt tip eyeliner. So I pull my eyes to do it, and I know this is like really bad, but this is the only way that I know how to do a straight line. Sorry guys, I can't really talk when I'm doing this. Like I said, it's like really bad for you to like pull your eyes like that because it like causes wrinkles and stuff, but I don't know how to put on eyeliner otherwise. I've tried doing it with my eyes open before. I just can't do it. It gets all over the place. I also don't really worry about my eyes like not being even or anything because whenever I put my mascara on, it kind of covers it up. So there's my eyeliner. So for mascara, this is really silly, but I use two mascaras. So I use this Bad Gal Bang by Benefit, and then I use the Better Than Sex from Too Faced, and this is like such a pretty bottle, isn't it? So I actually use the wand of the Bad Gal Bang with the formula of the Better Than Sex. I've never gotten anything from the Bad Gal Bang. Like, the Bad Gal Bang mascara is like my absolute favorite. I like the formula and the tip of it and like the applicator, but I ran out of the formula inside. So I went to go get more, and then they were sold out. So I got the Better Than Sex because I've heard so many people use it, and so many people love it. And it's probably, like, the most widely known mascara, I would say. So I got it to use it, and it's just not as good. But then I realized when I started using this applicator with the Better Than Sex mascara that I think it's just the Bad Gal Bang applicator is really good for me. And like everybody's different. Everybody has different like eyelash lengths and skin tone and eye shapes and skin type. So not all the stuff that works on me will work on you. I know I have pretty like normal skin other than my nose. My nose is like super freaking oily. Like by the end of the day, my friend Sprinkle Dust Cosplay, Becky, like made fun of me for it once because by the end of the day, if you like touch my face, nothing comes on my finger, but if you touch my nose, it's all on my finger. Because by the end of the day, all of the stuff is coming off my nose. And I bet if I powdered my nose throughout the day, it'd be fine. But I'm just like a really lazy person. And I guess I'm just not the person that likes to reapply makeup throughout the day. If I had to be a princess for like a long time, I usually try to like touch up my makeup in between. So I'll either like redo my lipstick or I'll add more lip gloss on or something like that. But most of the time, I just will not bring powder with me. I've literally brought powder with me. I think every time I go to Disney World, I bring like my powder to like fix my face up before I like take pictures, but I never do. There's only one time that I've ever like fixed my face up once before when I went to Disney, and it was because my boyfriend got me reservations for the castle, and so I was going to meet all the princesses, but it wasn't until like 10 p.m. So we had like a full day there, and like of course when I meet the princesses I want to look like really pretty. And I'm pretty sure when I did that castle visit they all thought I was a princess because they all kept coming back over to me and like talking to me and stuff. And I talked to Ariel like a lot because like I know everything about her. So she was like saying stuff to me and I was like correcting her almost and like telling her like, oh no, like it would be like this, wouldn't it? And she was like, oh my gosh, like because she was very surprised that I kept knowing more about Ariel than she did. But yeah, I literally just keep dropping everything. Okay, so then the lip liner that they use, this is not it. I don't know why I grabbed this. I think it's in here. I actually like cracked it in half. So that's my problem. But, oh my gosh, it's called Salsa. You can't see the name because it cracked off. But it's just like the Salsa lip pencil from Ben Nye. So my lips are also shaped really weird. And one side is actually shaped differently than the other. So I kind of have to like shape my lips to like match. Also, it's winter, so my lips are really dry. I don't fill it in all the way to the top. I kind of like, I do not put fake lashes on. I have before, and I feel like every time I put fake lashes on, I'm like, wow, I look so much prettier, but I just never do. Oh, I don't think my Ariel lipstick is up here. I think it's downstairs. So I'm gonna go grab it, and I'll be right back. And then I'll show you the rest, because it's just lipstick and lip gloss left. Okay, I'm back. So this is the lipstick for Ariel. It's called Natural. And again, it's Ben Nye. It's all Ben Nye. So there's that. So the very, very, very last thing, do all your performers have to buy all the Ben Nye makeup? No, they do not. I have the Ben Nye makeup for every character, and I tell them that they can use it if they want to use like Q-tips and stuff, but they all pretty much just buy the colors that, or have the colors that look like the Ben Nye without it actually being the Ben Nye. I do have one performer that bought all of the Ben Nye stuff because she wanted to be parks accurate. I don't force them to do anything specific, especially because in Disney World they have to worry about a kid seeing Ariel twice in one day and them being two different performers, so they want to make sure that they're the same makeup because it's the same day, whereas I don't have to worry about that. If a kid sees two Ariels from my company in 2 different days, they can just say they did their makeup different. So this last step is this Ben Nye lip gloss, and it's also called Natural, and I just use like a little brush to apply it on. I don't really know what the lip gloss does, but it smells good. But yeah, I don't make my performers use the Ben Nye stuff. I send them pictures of parks makeup, and I say to make it look like that, but if they don't, it's not really that big of a deal. As long as they're wearing some sort of makeup, then I'm happy. I'm not wearing like black lipstick, but here's the finished look. Like I said, it doesn't really take me that long to do this. I will save this and I will post it on YouTube. I always think about doing like actual makeup tutorials on there, but I like talking to people, so this is a lot more fun than doing that because now I get to talk to you guys and now I have to save it and I can post it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was fun. This is a lot more fun than just like boringly doing my makeup by myself. So look out for my pictures. I'm going to be posting some pictures today, probably of the 3 looks that I'm going to do today. And then I'll probably every once in a while come on. Oh, I didn't show you guys. My very last step is my finishing spray, which I don't think does anything, but it's the Peach Mist by Too Faced, and it just smells really good.